To set up for a video online lesson, we first have to choose the video platform. I like WhatsApp a lot because it's clear. Skype is less clear, although I can use it. I'm good with FaceTime. And you can also offer, like, if there's something you have in mind and you want me to try it, I'm willing to try. We want to get that set up the day before, preferably, or earlier, so we don't have lesson time trying to figure out connections. You want to set up the camera in a way that you can look down the keyboard this way. Not here or not here. It's a little too close to the hands and sometimes distorts the sound. A little distance is good. Not here. I'm not interested in seeing the student's forehead the whole time. I'm really interested in seeing the whole upper body in the seating position. No, not worried about the feet. I'll be able to hear what the pedal is doing. Students themselves need to be responsible about where their feet are positioned. And also about the fingertip. It's a little less clear to me what exactly the fingertip is doing as far as which shape it's in, so students also need to be responsible for that. I will ask in the lesson, and also see which direction the hands are going as they're playing, so that does help if I see the upper body. When you're working on this setup, I've set this camera on a music stand. A chair or some kind of a pole can work. You might want a piece of tape around while you're trying to figure out the setup. You can also put, make a trial video so that you can see what I'll be seeing when we have the lesson, so it makes sense for a lesson. Before the lesson happens, preferably the day before, you'll want to take any photos of theory that has been done so I can check it ahead of time. And you'll want to take photos of lesson notes that have been written into the repertoire. Hopefully I'll have a copy of your book. And if I do not, then I'd be really grateful if you send me photos of your current repertoire so I can put it on file. You won't have to email me pictures of the pieces you're playing every week, because once I get it on file, until the time that we're working on the pieces through, I will have them on hand. You will, though, really want to write the measure numbers in a little stronger. For example, this is really a small number and it won't show up in a picture. And if your music has no measure numbers on it, you're going to want to reinforce that with a pencil, pretty large, at the beginning of each system on each page. If it's our first lesson together online, you're going to want to give me a picture of your written assignment that we had last, and write in all your practice time in the system, the online system, because there's a place on the student login, after you've logged in the student portal, you can see the little clock on the left-hand corner. Click on that and you can input your time for that week, date by date. If it's the second lesson that we've had, you won't need to email me any lesson notes beforehand, because at the end of each online lesson day, I compile and organize the lesson notes for each student, and I input them when I take attendance. I input them into the calendar system. So when the student logs on to their student portal in My Music Staff, they will be looking at their lesson notes almost right away when they scroll down. I would like to make sure that your background sound during our lesson is as quiet as possible. So if that means that you need to choose another time of day, check in with me, because I could be flexible. Having back-to-back lessons is a little bit tricky when you're having online lessons. So if that looks like it's going to happen, I might reach out to you and check if there's another time that you might like to try, so that we can make that flow. I think that's about it. So that's how to set up for a video lesson, and they are definitely a different, the student has different responsibilities. It can be really interesting, and I did it for about 5 years with a couple different students, and I really enjoy it. And it does take some more effort and time from me, but to accommodate students in like vacation, or if illness, or if they don't have a ride on a certain day and we plan ahead, it can be a really rewarding experience. So I'm looking forward to seeing you online. Have a good day.